absolutely beautiful classic Chevelle behind me, everybody. It's winner of Chevelle of the Year for 2022. Magnificent. I love the color. Sir, it's a beautiful car.
Thank you very much.
Introduce yourself and tell us what have you got.
I'm Dave Shultz. I'm from Evansdale, Iowa. And this is my 67 Super Sport.
67 Super Sport, you had your work cut out for you. I was looking at the pictures and there is so much work, but there's a lot more to that. This is a very numbers matching Chevelle.
Correct. And it needed a lot of work, but it was a rush-free car and it was worthy of it. And we just kept going until we got it as factory correct as we could. All the numbers match, all the date codes match, all the stickers are where they need to be as they came to the factory. The color of the paint is correct. We found a spot on the body that had never been exposed to sunlight.
Wow.
We used that to match the color up.
And you found that?
Yes.
Now, when I was looking at the pictures, it was, I mean, it's a full frame of restoration, but it looked like it was found in a barn. Where did you find your 67?
This was in California. It was an everyday driver, excuse me, for the first 20 years of his life. And the brake line broke, and he ran into the corner of the garage, and so he decided he was going to junk it. Well, a guy out there was originally from Iowa, and he found out about it, and he had it shipped back here to my friend, and I bought it from him, and it needed a lot of work, but it's all rush-free. It was a good starter, good car to start restoring.
All right, well, why don't we start right here in front of us. Let's have a look at the engine compartment, and you can tell me what would have been stock, because you've restored this back to period correct everything.
Correct.
Okay.
And it has the original small pump system on it. The hoses are original, and I just had everything replated, all the clamps. The hoses are the correct date coded, alternator, starter, the brakes, everything has the correct date code, carburetor.
So this is exactly what a brand new 67 Chevelle would have come Super Sport from the factory.
I mean, just little details like this little circle right here, this little piece of paper came from the factory. That little piece of paper back there is an inspection tag from the factory.
Wow.
Yep.
And how were you able to do it so correct? What were you working off?
I have a friend that bought one of these used in '67 and he still has it.
Okay,
so
that helps.
That helps immensely. And then he also has another '67 that has 12,000 miles and has never been restored, so that was another piece of history that I was able to copy from.
Now your friend directed you to this car from California.
Mm-hmm.
You were looking for a Chevelle by the sound of things.
No, I had a '67 Chevelle Super Sport convertible at the time.
Okay.
And then this one popped up, and I thought, you know what?
One.
Well, no, I still had to sell the convertible to buy this, but yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
No, it worked out well. It was a good investment.
Well, it looks fabulous. Congratulations on winning last year.
Thank you.
That's why it's displayed here at the Chevelles and the Smokies.
I was excited to come back. Yep.
Absolutely love it.
And, you know, like the bottom of the car is original paint. It's never been painted.
Let's look at to the bottom.
And as you look here, you'll see all these blue marks, orange marks, white marks.
Yes, what do
They're
they
all
mean?
inspection from the factory. When they assemble it, once the guy's job is done, then he puts that little mark on there to show that it's been done correctly.
And that mark still was there.
It was very faint. These are all new marks to duplicate the original once I restored it.
Right.
But yeah, there was still faint marks, so I got pictures of it and I documented it, and then I just put it back the way it was.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, and then there's some paint markings even there near where the brakes are.
Yep.
Wow, brilliant.
And right here, there's another piece of history. This is the dealership it was sold new at in Riverside, California, and these are the original plates to the car.
The original plates?
Yes.
I absolutely love it when I find something like this that has been, you know, often I see things that are all original and it's been kept really well and the patina is there, but you have replicated this to me exactly the same way. And that's not an easy job.
I took it to a show in November in Chicago and it was professionally judged. And out of 1,000 points, I got 985.
That is very high.
I just showed
Because
you
they're very particular with those points.
Oh, they are.
Now this blue, it's not powder blue.
It's Marina blue.
Marina blue. It's exactly the same blue that it would have come out. And what are the chances that you would find a spot on the car that had the original paint?
That had never seen sunlight.
That had never seen sunlight. And this is it was in California.
Right here.
And it was in California, so wow.
And when I bought the car, it was in primer.
Yeah.
But the original paint and the stripes were still on the car. It had a little bit of rust here on the edges, so they primered it so it wouldn't rust anymore. So we sanded all that primer off, buffed the original paint, found all the dents, and made marks, and then stripped the paint. Then we knew where to do any body work.
But it must have been kept covered because there wouldn't have been that many dents.
No.
No. I am liking the hubcaps over here. They're very different.
That's an original hook cap.
It's an original 67.
White wall tires. Had the option of white wall or red wall. Both the white walls, they both the white stripes.
Yep. Let's have a look under here as well. So we've got the oil can there with the actual sticker that would have come from GM Motors. And something that caught my eye when I was even on the other side, is those 3 marks there, the orange, red and blue. It's an inspection. So once the drivetrain goes in, then in the factory, the inspection happens to make sure that everything is working fine. And you've mimicked that. You've mimicked that so well. And I asked you, where would you have gotten the sticker from? And you said that they do reproduce them.
Reproduce them, yes.
Wow.
You would think a lot of the stickers you can get online now.
You can get it online.
The other thing, these chassis were built upside down. So there's an inspection sticker on the back, behind the back wheel, that was upside down. And I said to my friend, I says, why is my sticker on upside down? It still had the original sticker. He said, well, these are assembled upside down, so the guy could put the parts down and instead of trying to put it on the bottom side.
Because they wouldn't have had lifts at that time?
They would have had lifts, but it's just more convenient to put the parts down instead of trying to put it on the bottom side. And then they just flip the chassis over when they're done, or they put the sticker on when it was upside down, so when you turn it over.
Wow, that sounds like work that could easily be made a mistake.
Yeah,
And you get...
I was going to put it on right side up, and he said, no. Of course, you can't see the sticker, but it's right behind this tire on the frame.
Behind this tire here is the sticker that would have shown that the sticker's upside down, and that's why the chassis was made upside down. Wow.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
I'm not surprised you won last year, sir, because there is so many details here, and you've mimicked and replicated it so well to look like absolute original. Here.
The detail. They have stickers
See on my
on the
camera
ends of the
screen?
mufflers.
Yeah. You would have seen it. See on my screen? Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, you can see the original paint on the floor pan. When you paint the engine, you don't paint the complete bell housing because they only paint the engine is what they're worried about, and they just paint the overspray on the bell housing.
And you've done that as well.
To match up with what they do.
You've done that because usually somebody who puts this much effort into it, they would have been like, yep, let's paint it all, let's make it look flashy and let's make it look nice. But that was not your goal.
No, try to make it as correct from the factory as I could.
And you achieved that. I love the blue on blue, everybody.
That was a bonus, having the blue interior. A lot of them had black interiors, and you see so many more features with the blue colored interior. It's an option that it came with a factory 8-track tape player.
Oh, wow.
And this is the actual manual that you would have gotten to let you know how to operate it. And since we're this close to Dolly World, I had to bring a Dolly Parton.
You had to, and that is a fully functioning tape player.
Correct.
Wow. The thing with the classics, everybody, is the stitch work, the cushions, the interiors, they've got such a look and feel to it. You don't find it in modern day cars.
And this ride's very nice. It does.
I bet it
My
would.
wife enjoys it dearly.
I'm liking these. What are these? What am I looking at here? Is it just for looks? Are they just for looks? These?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Just a decoration.
Yeah. Blue carpet, blue interiors, blue paint. It's beautiful. So with the 67 Chevelles, tell me what was happening at that time. Were they mainly made for family cars, or because they're pretty large?
They were made different options. I mean, you could have one for a family car, or you could decide to get the
427.
Or the 396, or with the 375 horse, which is more horsepower, so that wasn't really for family car. But yeah, you could do the different levels, and if you wanted to go racing, then you got the bigger horsepower. This is what it looked like when I bought it.
Yes, let's have a look. Wow.
The brake line broke, and that's why it got crunched. It hit the corner of the garage. And this is after I came back to Iowa.
I love seeing pictures like this, everybody, and I like to show them on camera because it really lets you see the amount of work and effort and hours that has been gone in to transform something, to restore it back to absolute pristine condition. And then we've got stages of the restoration, all in pictures.
Original paint on the floor pan.
That's where you found it, yeah.
Like here, this is where we've sanded all the primer off, and that's the original paint and stripes, and we buffed it before we stripped the paint.
Now, when you are sanding a car to find back the original color, and I think other people would want to know this as well, is how fine is that job to not buff out the original color?
My body man gave me the right grit paper. I didn't make that call, and he said, now you can't hurt the original paint.
Okay.
And then I can take over from there. So he gave me what I needed for sandpaper.
Okay, there's a special type. All right,
yes.
I'm learning.
But here's the different stages, and of course I have another 67 El Camino that I pulled my car with when I did the chassis, and so that was kind of. But the detail, see these little round circles on the studs?
Yep.
When they put the wheel drum over there, they put those, and that's like an inspection. It locks it on so they know that everything's done inside there. And here I am last year when I won the show.
Wow. And how long was the actual restoration?
So that'd be about 16 years, 15 years.
15 years.
I've had it done for a year.
You've had it done for a year, and you're enjoying it now.
Oh, my wife loves to ride in it. Yes,
I bet you would. I mean, it's
yeah, we put 900 miles on it last year.
good for you.
Yeah.
I love the fact that a car like this, an absolute show car, gets driven around. Absolutely love it. And look, you've got the GM here, and you said it's all numbers matching.
Yep, that's it. GM had a sticker like that there. We definitely. Yep.
And we've got the numbers at the, there should be a plaque here, which is there.
That's an unusual option. Factory tilt wheel.
And that was an option that came from the factory.
Yep.
It's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
And you guys have done it so well. So what do you want to next?
What am I off to next?
Yep.
My El Camino.
Okay, are you going to restore that or customize
not
it?
to this level, but I am going to freshen it up.
Okay. Hot Rod Power Tour, and you've been on that as well?
I took my El Camino on that. Yep.
Will this go on the...
This wasn't done yet, so...
Okay.
But no, this won't go on the Hot Rod Power Tour.
Well, that's a long one, isn't it? That goes for a while through all the different cities.
This is more for the indoor shows.
Yep. I am not surprised. Beautiful 67 Chevelle Super Sport. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.